Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Guys up front, line up. It's first down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, to give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
The shotgun running play call. They tackle him at the 30. Nice play there.
Look, I realize a mini play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Terrapins lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Defense is coming after him. Down he goes. A sack.
There are a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
First down sack. Pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Caught over the middle. It's Cooper. He's swarmed by the defense.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Breaking free at the 35. Big gain, moves the ball into enemy territory. territory. They'll spot it down near the 31.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Second down and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Good job by the offensive line. You get some positive yards, but not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a third and goal.
We'll see what the offense dials up here on third and goal. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the height, the pressure, all the interviews you've done. And to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to put this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Pop pass on the jet sweep. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. The Cavaliers will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And here's the return. Coverage team brings down the returner. The Maryland offense is back out on the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic that moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off with some nice positive yards.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The short completion to the tight end.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
That completion sets up a 3rd down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's across the 25. And he steps out of bounds. A big play, an exciting end to this first quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the single back takes the handoff. Stopped short of the end zone. Stopped the ball at the 2-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They're going to run it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before they even get to the locker room.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return starts from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Virginia offense back on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? First play of the drive, they look to the right. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Second down after that previous play. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Running with purpose. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up. He was able to get downfield for the first down.
That running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And in first down, they go right back to him. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Getting set. Here's second down. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. Short connection to the tight end here. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And the Cavaliers hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Looking to throw it on first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter and set something up downfield.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. On the run here, lets it go. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw yet again. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a long return, but the important thing to take wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. Recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone or they have to settle for 3?
The quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Well, Chris, it's a nice positive game, but let's face it, you're in the national championship. They've got to find a way to get this ball into the end zone.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for third and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And the defense brings him down.
A great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance and try to get that touchdown.
It's 4th and goal. Forget the chip shot. They're going for it on 4th down. And the quarterback just sneaks it. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown. Terrapins.
Chris, what about the mentality here from this offensive coordinator? Instead of throwing the football, they decided to get behind the offensive line, get physical with this defense, and pound it into the end zone.
And now the try here for the extra point. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. And the Cavaliers offense is back out there on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
getting set up. Here's second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself. The Cavaliers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The Cavaliers will have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw complete to the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver makes the grab. Showcasing the shiftiness on that play. Defense finally brings him down. Offense in hurry-up mode. Handoff here from the shotgun. Great cut there. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the quarterback dropping back. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. The sack sets up second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
And it's incomplete. Just 3 seconds left on the clock.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Terrapins will kick it away and get us going in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Virginia offense is back out on the field now. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. That's a strong stiff arm. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
On third down, he drops to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
He's serious. The offense going for it inside their own 30. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Pressure is coming. He's going to pull it down and run. Fourth down pass is incomplete, but there's a marker down. A crucial call here. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quick pass, the catch is made. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Catch made by the tight end. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets him a few yards closer to the marker.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. They get it, but what a spin move. That's one for the highlight reel.
Having the RPO in your arsenal, you have to have a really talented quarterback, not just physically, but more mentally, making decisions. Does a really good job of keeping his eyes on his read. Linebackers and safeties give you enough room to hand it off, take those yards, and pick up the first down.
And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Terrapin. This one is getting ugly. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. One of those critical third down plays coming up. And there's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They bring him down, but what an explosive play.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game. He's able to do that right here.
Second down play coming up for this offense. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Here's the handoff. Will he score here? Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. And the Cavaliers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. You can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game. Safety's aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Running back grabs it on the screen. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the tackle, but that screen pass all worked out. They gain the first down yardage.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Now, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
gain on the running play. Third down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Short pass finds the tight end. Catch is made, but they'll spot him down right there until loss of yards on the completion. They've converted both previous fourth down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's got it inside the 10. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. That huge play sets up a great opportunity. First and goal just outside the 5. They'll run it here. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Second down and goal upcoming. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Touchdown, Terrapin. And the route is on.
It's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's his third touchdown. Give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
Here's the point after attempt. The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Virginia offense back on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. The tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker. The Cavaliers looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Makes a quick grab. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his second catch in this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good as anybody in the country. Big-time playmaking ability, but they've taken him out of the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead.
Bringing pressure. Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually, that's going to cost you.
Looking to throw again. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he's got it. Finally brought down after a big gain. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 48.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense. Waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The Cavaliers look to keep this drive moving.
Here we go.
He'll hand it off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Here's the second down play. snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
He's got it for a big gain. Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it about the 35.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need...
Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Going the other way, can they stop him? Inside the 10. Touchdown, Terrapins. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play where they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
They'll try to add the lead now with PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They return it from inside the 10-yard line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Cavaliers offense is back out there on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. First down, looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in and down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
3:25.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch.
Chris, I'm kind of surprised they're still taking shots downfield. They got a big lead. We're in the 4th quarter. Run the ball. Get out of Dodge. Keep everybody healthy.
The Terrapins will line up now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
On the ready.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Touchdown, Terrapins. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Virginia offense is back out on the field now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And the wideout goes in motion. They look to throw it here on second down. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Touchdown, Terrapins. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
They'll try to add the lead now in the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Virginia offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Good job by the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. Short of the first down marker. Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Here's another interception, but we're losing track. Can he take it all the way? Touchdown, Terrapins. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Cavaliers offense is back out there on the field. This one has been a beatdown for the ages, a demolition, an evisceration. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. The defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down that way. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They stop him right at the 24.
Hey, where's that been the whole game? That's actually a nice run. It has been a tough day for this offense, but you know what? You love to see the offensive line and the running back still out there competing, trying to show the coaches that they're not worried about the score. They're going to go out and show their competitive spirit, and hopefully that'll help them down the road.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, frankly, we hoped the game was a little bit more suspense. This one got out of hand early. It ended up being a rout.
That's putting it nicely, Chris, right? This was a complete blowout. A solid performance in all areas by this team. Their coaches should be proud of how they looked out there today.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Official, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Maryland Terrapins.